Hey guys, so I want to talk about the #1 reason you are not losing weight on a raw vegan diet. Are you ready? I hope you are. The reason is fat. I'm sorry. It is what it is. So nuts, oils, nut butters, avocado. Now the last one is the healthiest of all of them, but let's break it down. Nuts are not raw. So if you're eating raw vegan like I was for 6 years and you think because Fully Raw Christina is eating raw nuts that they're raw, they're actually not. Raw nuts do not exist when you live in a place like New York. You know, you can get them like in Hawaii, like Costa Rica, or wherever they grow. But once they have been removed from the shell, they go rancid within hours, some days, and like I'm sorry, but they're roasting or whatever. They're doing stuff, they're heating up the nuts to preserve them. So nuts are not raw. I'm sorry, but guess what? Ignorance is actually not bliss, because nuts are not a health food, and I didn't know that. Nuts are not a health food. Seeds are not a health food either. Think about it. So nuts and seeds are meant to be planted and then grow into trees. Why in the world would humans get anything beneficial from that? Okay, what we benefit from are fruits that fall off the trees or the vines and provide us with nourishment. Any type of seeds that we swallow, nuts or seeds, they cannot get digested. They are hard as, I'm not supposed to curse anymore. They are hard as hell, and they cannot be absorbed into the villi, which is in our intestines. Things have to be liquid to be absorbed into our intestines. And, you know, so the best bet is like almond milk and like the nut milks, but they're still not raw. So you are not eating raw if you're eating nuts. So let's get that out of the way. Now that that's out of the way, nuts are not healthy and they have a lot of fat in them. And I am somebody who got fat eating raw vegan because I was eating so many nuts. So cut those nuts out, which is not easy to do if you're eating raw vegan. The second thing, oils. Even if you're eating regular, you know, cooked food, do not consume oil. There's so much research on the effects of oil, and they say actually that there is a small percentage of vegans and vegetarians that pass away from heart disease, strokes, and a heart attack and clogged arteries. And the reason why is because of the oil. Those that have a high consumption rate of oil, coconut oil, olive oil, all those oils, they do not benefit from that. That is actually not a health food. Think about it. Anytime you're separating a compound of something from its original source, oils are not whole plant foods. So if you want to be on a healthy, like whole foods diet, not Whole Foods the store, but whole plant foods, you're not going to be able to consume oil because that is straight fat. All the nutrients, all the carbohydrates, all the proteins, all the vitamins and minerals and all that stuff have been removed, and all you're left with is the fat. Get oil out of your diet. It's not raw either, and it's not a health food. Nut butters, we talked about nuts, and honestly, you will feel so much better once you stop eating fat. So I have been on a 3-month experiment where I stopped eating all fat, except like a few times I had coconut meat, like the fresh coconut meat, I think 3 times in the last 3 months, and I had 2 avocados because it was an avocado emergency. But I have seen a significant difference. I haven't weighed myself yet. I'm gonna weigh myself on January 1st. So it's been October, November, December. And I have seen a significant difference in the way my clothing fits. I'm gonna continue this. So what I have, the only way, at first I started out eating salads with tahini-based dressings, but then I was like, you know what, I don't even want to consume tahini, because that's a seed, and in my opinion, those are not healthy anymore. I've done the research. I'm gonna link below some videos that convinced me, And I have been eating cooked food. So at night I have now been eating I always make a salad, but I have been adding sweet potatoes sometimes and cooked squashes like zucchini, spaghetti squash, oh not spaghetti squash, butternut squash. I made some plantains once. So I'm eating some cooked food and I have been feeling really good. So once I got the fat out of my diet, I was eating a lot of nuts for the past few years. Once I got that out of my diet, my energy level skyrocketed. My skin is flawless. My skin is much better than it was. I had great skin for the last few years, but now since getting fat out of my diet, it's even better, if I must say so myself. So I'm sleeping better. I'm at the gym. I have way more energy. I'm feeling better overall, and I highly suggest you try this out yourself. Get the fat out of your diet and watch your energy level skyrocket. All right, thank you so much for watching. If you liked this, please, do all the things that people tell you to do, and thumbs up and all that stuff. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.